It's Your Mother's on the Roof, starring LoPrete. Join Chachi and his co-host John O'Neill as they welcome Carol Page, author of Blood Wars, Conversations with Real Vampires. Bill T. Miller, founder of OBE, Out-of-Band Experience. Comedy by Clyde, musical stylings by the Scott Wheeler Band, plus clips from the new movie Wayne's World. And now, a man who's such a smooth operator, he should be working for the phone company, Chachi LoPrete.
Yes! Unbelievable! Hey, welcome to another edition of Your Mother's on the Roof.
Bill T. Miller.
Who is Bill T. Miller?
Bill T. Miller was the founder of OBE, Out-of-Band Experience, and I think we should let him explain
exactly
what it's all about.
Yes. So please.
Welcome, Bill T. Miller.
Okay, Bill, the first question. OBE, what out-of-band experience, what exactly does that mean?
Out-of-band experience. It's a play-off on out-of-body experience.
Right.
So it's an all-star guest cast of madness and musicians. It features a lot of friends of mine playing guest bits of solos and noise, and it's a parody of out-of-body experience. So when they come in, they're projecting it from their band into my band. And basically, I'm an engineer and a producer, and I've produced a bunch of bands, local Boston bands, and I wanted a chance to be the star and a chance to do anything I wanted to do without any kind of commercial pop restrictions.
I tell you now, I've heard this, and I've heard nothing like it, and I can't think of how you'd categorize in terms of music, although it's experimental, but there's a real rocking band backing a majority of the tracks on this LP and on this cassette that's available, but mixed in between it, like Bill said, clips from commercials, films, phone calls from people that, Bill, you've received on your own 1-800 answering machine.
And this is the heart of Outband right here, my micro cassette deck. Which actually, I capture anything you might have to say, like if any of the audience members had comments, I'd capture that. Or,
you do something with me now?
Yeah, let me actually put on, okay, here we go.
Okay, say something.
Go.
Let me tell you something, man. First you get the money, and then you get the power, and then you get the women.
You'll use that.
And then you get the power, and then you get the power, and then you get the women, and then you get the women, and then you get the women, and then you get the women.
Instant scratching, but this is the heart of Outband. And I collect the messages and comments, and like it's actually a mad tale. It's the Insane Genius, which is there on the cover there.
Right.
And he's on this all-night TV dream quest flashback, and his quest is for enlightenment. But in order to achieve that, he overindulges in all his obsessions.
Like
food, sex, drugs, rock and roll. He's into UFOs, magic, food, more sex, sleep, fame, and fortune. One of his things is to be a rock star. You know, and of course be rich and famous, like of course probably most of us wish.
Sounds like me, because after I have a cigarette, I like to have sex.
And then it never ends.
I know.
But he just overindulges until he just can't take any more, and then his mind blows, and then he's supposedly enlightened.
So the music is like it's actually a trip through somebody's mind, and all the images that come in and go, and there's actually
right. You're actually in the mind of the Insane Genius, looking. You're watching OBE TV, which is simulcast on OBE radio. So you're looking through his mind. It's the Twilight Zone, time warp. You're never really sure if you're in the dream or if you're in the guy's mind or in reality. And you know, like when you're watching TV and you doze off and you come back and the TV's on and you're blurring between the dreams.
Right.
And so it's just complete madness. And part of it, I have a studio called Headroom Recording Studios, and that's my real job, is producing and engineering other bands. So it's sort of based around sort of a Monkees type TV show where you're in the studio, and we're always trying to get some recording done, but every time we turn around, we're distracted by one of our personal obsessions. We want to go get something to eat or watch TV or the phone or just some distraction.
Are you picking that up now?
I'm trying to, yeah.
Yeah, it's way out.
Well,
Sounds like an Outband.
You know, we actually have a video clip, which will probably give Chachi a better idea of what the hell we're all talking about.
I hope so, but maybe you'll probably just confuse them even more. But
so can you set up this clip that we're going to see here?
It's actually one of the noise collage clips. It doesn't really have any of the so-called music.
Okay.
But it's the insane genius with some of the pop icons floating through his hands, and his message is to call now 1-800-OUT-BAND, OUTBAND, which is abbreviated for out of band experiences.
Right.
So you call now 1-800-OUT-BAND, and you leave a very bizarre message and a clear address, and you get your very own free gift, which actually I have a free gift here, which is a genuine OBE sticker.
Unbelievable, man.
And then actually some of the messages may end up on the
What
record.
an incentive to call, so check
That's
this
right.
out.
So they can call that number anytime. That number
Anytime.
still
It's toll free, and you can leave a message. And if you leave your address clear, you get a free gift in the mail. And if the message is bizarre enough, it may end up on the next album.
Well, we're giving free gifts too. I hope your gift isn't better than ours.
Oh no,
No.
I wouldn't even try.
But when you do call, say you heard it on this show, because no one will ever believe it.
Okay,
That's true,
You
dude.
watch the
Definitely
show.
make
All right,
some
let's go
shots
to
there.
the-
We're gonna do the
And
roll.
mothers on your roof.
Okay, great.
Good.
Let's go to the clip.
Who am I going to get if I call that?
Call now. Find out how you can order your very own LP, cassette, CD, T-shirt, sticker, flexi disc, stereo micro cassette, and instant orgasm over the phone. 1-800-OUT-BAND.
This is the first I've even heard about it.
So call now. 1-800-OUT-BAND. Bizarre message that may be included on our next LP.
The whole thing is absolutely fabulous.
1-800-OUT-BAND.
It's the opportunity of a lifetime.
Call now. 1-800-OUT-BAND.
Unbelievable. I could have sworn, tell me if it's true, but I could have sworn I thought I heard Shirley Booth from a scene from Hazel, from the old TV series Hazel.
That could be a request.
Like yelling,
Tons of-
Mr. B, Mr.
Tons
B.
of stuff in there. Mr. Butch was in there. In the end, you heard the sledgehammer slamming to the television. That's actually
Really?
the cover picture.
Wow.
That
Wow.
TV is now
How did you ever
smashed
get
into
Mr.
bits.
Butch to do that? He's
I
so
met him in his
unavailable.
office on Kenmore Square and recorded him right there. With my handy micro
Actually, you know, we
cassette
should
deck.
mention that he's actually, you've got some serious press. I don't mean clippings in a local newspaper. He was actually in the Wall Street Journal.
Oh, really?
Sure,
Yeah.
they were fascinated by the so-called marketing concept of
Wow.
call now 1-800-OUT-BAND.
He's become a part of
funny.
a recording.
Wow. But Mr. Clyde has a question. Would you mind taking a question
I'd
from a
love
man
to.
over 60?
I'm quite curious.
Okay.
I would guess this would go over bigger than at an acid party.
It's true, actually, you know, I don't want to condone anything like that, but it's true that people do call me from around the country, because you can call me and say, oh, we're definitely enjoying it, and they do sound
You
slightly
sound a
electric,
little-
let's
That's what I was
say.
going to ask you.
People don't do acid
But
parties
it's,
anymore.
well,
But the
I
majority,
don't know
of phone calls is can you break them down? You get a lot of calls from young kids, from older people, from people who are intoxicated, people who are.
it varies. I mean, it gets a lot of college airplay, so I do get a lot of calls from the people that just heard it on the radio, and the DJs will plug it, and then people will call up, and you'll get a flurry of calls.
Well, speaking of plugging it, he actually has there's a new single, right? You
It's a
can
new
plug that.
single. There was originally a flexi disc that came out, which is out of print, if you can find it. And then the album came out, and there's a brand new clear vinyl single, which has Warning Danger, which is the Lost in Space robot. And then there's, on the B side is a remix, which is how Carol figures in. It's a remix of Succubus.
Succubus, which is exercise fantasy, very sexually explicit. Your discretion is advised. While watching TV, sex, having phone sex, and live sex at the same time, our hero just can't get enough. The rattle calls down alien sex nymphs for a dream encore.
Okay.
More.
This is where we get canceled for another month.
When we actually run out of munchies while we're trying to jam, we go to the convenient mart to get our favorite munchies are grow clusters, and we get abducted by the alien nymph.
Unbelievable. We want to thank you for coming by, but can Don do a quick little message? Go ahead, Don, hurry up.
You're live.
Talk like a man, look like a woman. Bad mojo. Get out.
I'm out of here. Here's your free gift.
Bill Miller out of
Thanks for
band.
coming by.
Thank you.
The Mothers on the Roof.
It's a pleasure.
We're going to go to a commercial. We'll be right back. Don't go away.